What's going on, everybody? Join me today as we upgrade this tech deck. And we've got to try it out first, see how it functions. First thing I'm going to do is change up the grip tape. So I want to throw some foam tape on here, add some new trucks, and lightwork bushings. So that all went to plan besides the trucks. I ended up using the China base plates with the tech deck hangers, and the reason being, I should have got it on video, but I forgot. The China base plates have a lot more threading than the tech deck ones. So you're able to get the nut down a little bit further, and then that results in like less kingpin scratch. You're able to get the kingpin almost all the way down, as you can see in this clip here. You can barely see it peeking over. So that worked out pretty well. So I threw on the foam tape, and the rest is history. And this thing really changed my idea of what a tech deck can be. I gotta say, this thing absolutely shreds. My favorite setups, and I can't believe how cheap it was. The only thing that sucks is the more I use the back trucks, the wheels are kind of the axles actually are kind of starting to lose their shape, and the wheels are kind of getting crooked. But I did end up actually taking the bearing wheels off and putting the stock tech deck wheels back on. I think it actually kind of feels better that way, almost kind of vaguely like urethane in a weird sense. I don't know, I like it. So anyway, I ended up ordering a graphic that I really liked, which was this one. Note though, I went to Target and tried to find one there. Unfortunately, they didn't really have any cool graphics. So I went on eBay and ordered the blind one, but here's a little look at what they had at my local Target at the time. As you can see, it's not very much. My local Target actually has a really crappy tech deck section, and I hope they get more soon. So I ordered some trucks, and I have some wheels here, and I'll update you in a couple days. Yo, so this is supposed to come tomorrow. It ended up coming today, which is super cool. This is the rest of the pieces I need to complete this setup. So let's do a quick unboxing video. This wax smells really good. So I got some Curb Candy wax. Really want to try this stuff. I got it in pink. I think it looks really cool. And then I got 2 sets of China trucks. Even though you guys know I hate China trucks, but they seem to be a good option for upgrading these things, at least until I figure out which one I want to put dynamics on, or Black River trucks, I don't know. Sweet stickers too. Thank you, Mr. Chems, I appreciate you. Thank you for the fast shipping. You the man. All right, let's go build this fingerboard. So these were originally gonna be for this setup right here, but this one actually feels pretty good, so I think I'm gonna leave it. And we're gonna put the first set on these ones, and then the second set on this deck right here, which I've been wanting to upgrade for a while, but I haven't. We'll see how that goes. I'm debating if I want to put bearing wheels on here. Fifi, stop that. One thing though, I'm really excited to open this deck. I don't know why, it's just a tech deck, and I've already seen the graphic, I know what's on it, but I'm excited to open it. So let's finally do that. I love this graphic, super nostalgic. And it's gonna look awesome with some lightwork bushings, foam tape, bearing wheels, and China trucks. Let's turn this thing into the ultimate tech deck. I gotta say, tech deck grip tape actually feels pretty good, like out of the package. I don't know why though, as it wears in, like I don't know, I can't fuck with it. I don't like it that much, but out of the package though, it actually doesn't feel too bad, so it's interesting. One thing I kind of don't like about tech decks is this weird concave shape, which you can kind of see in the light there. Back in the day, they totally didn't have that. They were just like flat or, you know, rounded. There was like no visible concave in here. So it would be cool. I wish they did more mellow decks. I really want to find one of those limited edition DGK ones, either the color changing or the silver ones. I've heard the mold's a little bit different and a little more mellow. I've heard they feel a little better. But either way, this is going to be a fun little upgrade. So you can see me sanding in this part here, and that is actually because the top of the China truck was not flush, and I had to modify it a little bit. So whoever says that China trucks are just copies of BRTs and you could save your money on by buying Chinas, you totally can't. Quality is not the same at all. These are not manufactured with the quality or precision that BRTs are, and I just wanted to point that out or note that because it was kind of annoying, but it's all good. They're only $8. right, so it's pretty much done, and I gotta say, it feels really, really good. It felt a little bit better with the Black River Street Dogs on there, like a little more smoother. I ended up putting the China wheels back on here. So the wheels cost about $6, the trucks were $8, the deck was $3, and the grip tape is about $3. I'm not sure how long the trucks will last. The axles do stick out quite a bit, so if they get hit enough, then they're gonna end up getting, coming loose. So we'll see how that goes. I'm thinking about taking my Dremel to them and like sanding them down a little bit, at least on that side. This is gonna be my new pocket setup, the take to the bar or whatever. So definitely stoked on it. So I got my favorite Tech Deck Performance Series deck all stripped down. No trucks, no wheels, no tape, no nothing. And now I'm going to attempt to reshape this deck. So we shall see how it goes. I hope I really hope I don't ruin it. But it shouldn't be that hard. We're just basically going to take these super squared edges, sand them down a little bit so it looks more like a professionally made fingerboard. And I'll show some close-ups here so you know what I'm talking about. And wish me luck. Hope it goes well. Let's go upstairs to the workshop and try and reshape this deck and see if we can make it feel any better. And then after I reshape it, I'm gonna go ahead and put a fresh coat of clear coat on it and around it because I went ahead and sanded off the stupid numbers they have on here. So in theory, we should have a nice, brand new, good feeling fingerboard. So let's try this out. Let's see how it goes. Wish me luck. So I'll do a better before and after comparison, but just check out the initial difference. This is the side I've been working on right here. Check that out. This is the stock side. You can see how thick and chunky and squared off it is. And then, I mean, that looks like, it's not perfect, but I mean, it looks really good. I think it's gonna look awesome after I clear coat it. I wish the quality of the wood was nicer. I'm surprised. It's actually a little bit easier than I thought, and I think it's going to improve the performance a lot. So let's do the other side, and I'll be right back. I kind of can't believe how good this thing looks. If I didn't know any better, you would honestly think the top deck is some type of mellow pro deck, and then the bottom is the Tech Deck Pro. But they're both Tech Deck Pros. It's so crazy. So this is the before and after, and I'm about to go outside and do the final lacquer coat on here so the whole thing's shiny and all the wood is sealed. And just look at that difference though. It's so crazy. I feel like it even has more concave now. Dude, this thing feels amazing now. I really can't believe it. I mean, it doesn't feel like amazing, but like it feels worlds better. It feels way less planky now than it used to. It used to feel so much like a popsicle stick. Now it's like a little bit heavier, a little bit thinner. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels really good. So these are my final thoughts on these two upgraded tech decks here. First of all, they both rock, like in their own way. For being so cheap, this one was about 25, and then this one was about 20. So really like not bad at all. I mean, for around that price point, you know, you could get other decks and everything. These were kind of fun because I got to make them my own and modify them, and they were still super cheap. So actually I lied. This one was 20 with the China wheels. I ended up putting flat face Black River wheels on this one. These run about 30 bucks. So this is the most expensive part of the setup right here. But it functions really well with them. And I think out of the two, I do like this one a little bit better just because it's a little bit heavier, and I do like my decks a little bit heavier. So because of the weight, I do like this one a little bit more. The wheels probably have a lot to do with that too. I also learned in this experiment that wheels really do make the biggest difference. Trucks are so-so, but wheels make the biggest difference besides the deck, obviously, in like riding quality and how the fingerboard feels. So one bummer that's kind of foreseen is the axles on this one started coming loose already because I was shredding it so much. That was kind of expected. But I want to do some more work on this one. So I did make it thinner and kind of sand down, get rid of the squared shape. But now I think I actually want to reshape the nose and the tail. So I want to like shave all this down. And I'm not sure if you can see, I'll show you more in the next video, but I kind of have an idea of what I want the shape to be like. It's not really too far off. Shave off just a little bit here and then make the edges round again. And I'm gonna do the same for the tail. So I'm gonna shorten the nose and the tail up a little bit. So I'm not sure if I'm done modding this one quite yet, but the simple modification of getting rid of the square edges definitely did help a lot. It made this deck feel a lot different and kind of just a lot better in general. So I definitely recommend that. And you don't need a Dremel to do that. You can just use sandpaper. It might take a little bit longer, but you can just sit there and use sandpaper and just sand the edges down a little bit at a time and one side at a time. And eventually, you know, it'll look just like this. And that really did make a huge difference. This deck looks a lot better. It was really fun to do too. Modifying thing, I've never really done much like modifying fingerboard stuff. I've modified a lot of Hot Wheels, as you can see in the background. But I haven't done a lot of modding fingerboards, and it was really fun just for the simple fact I was like making the fingerboard my own. So now I have like more of a connection with this deck than I did before, and I'm really excited to, you know, mod it further and see how good of a fingerboard I can turn this $12 wooden tech deck into. These are both awesome decks that I just throw in my pocket and take on the go. And that was kind of the point of this whole experiment, is I wanted to find the best possible cheap deck that I could put in my pocket without needing a carrying case or anything, so I can just throw in my pocket and not worry about. And these do come pretty close. I'm not sure if I would throw this one in my pocket and just not worry about it for the simple fact that it's wood and I don't want to like snap it by accident. And then this one, of course, has nice wheels, so I don't want too much dust to get in there, but I'll still take it with me on the go and like throw it in my cup holder or, you know, something like that, and just take it with me. So I would say, like, if you want to try doing either one of these modifications, definitely go for it. Maybe start with this one just so it's cheaper and probably more accessible. All you're doing is changing the bushings, the wheels, and the tape. And that made such a huge difference. Like, this thing honestly feels like a plastic Berlin wood or a plastic Black River deck. Like, it has very similar concave. The tail and nose are a little bit steeper, but it feels like a cheaper version of that pretty much. So in that respect, I really do like it. And the wheels probably make a big difference. The China wheels, I'm not really a big fan of. They have too much of like a gritty riding quality. So I ended up putting the Tech Performance Series wheels back on this one, but that's just an experiment, so we'll see how that goes. But overall, super fun, and these are going to be awesome setups to add to my collection, and I'm super glad I did it. So thanks so much for following along. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you got any questions, please drop them below, and also let me know below which one of these two is your favorite. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
We have a great product in the shop that we're excited to share with you. Check it out on our site.